Welcome to Skopje in North Macedonia as we start the road to the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023. And what a game we have. Tonight, our host North Macedonia welcome the reigning world champion Spain to Skopje for what is set to be a pretty impressive game, to say the least. Here is the schedule. Earlier today, Georgia claimed a big win in Tbilisi, 88-83 over Ukraine. Today's proceedings here in Group G will close out with our game here in Skopje with North Macedonia taking on Spain. As I say, the first of 12 games that these teams will have to undertake if they're to successfully qualify for FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023. Always good when we start a new qualification. We get a new basketball to look at. A lovely design. New logo as well with the heart motif. Players now moving back to their benches, ready for player introduction. Spain will be first to be introduced to the crowd. Obviously reduced capacity here in the arena due to COVID restrictions, but it's just great to have fans back in the stands cheering the national teams on. As for Spain, well, what can you say? Reigning world champions. It doesn't get much better than that. Spain have won 2 of the last 4 World Cup golds. Understandably, therefore, they're ranked #1 in Europe and only 2nd behind the USA in the world. For Spain, a major part of their success has to go down to the exceptional depth of talent they have within their national team program. And once again, as you can see, the team being introduced, there is a wave of world beaters on show. Some real young talent from the Spanish roster. As for North Macedonia, well, clearly they're going to enter the game as underdogs. They're ranked 53rd in the world, 29th in Europe. However, the style that of basketball North Macedonia play, well, it lends itself to upsets. Let's put it this way. They certainly are able to unsettle teams. And they have put a roster out that looks well balanced and hungry to upset the form book. Okay, we'll now break in the commentary to respect the national anthems for both teams. First will be Spain, followed by North Macedonia. Wonderful renditions of both national anthems, beautifully respected by the fans in the stands. We are now just 5 minutes away from the opening tip of the first game of qualification for FIBA Basketball World Cup for both of these teams. Coaching teams shake hands on the halfway line with each other and the officials as they both make final preparations for what should be an interesting encounter between a different looking Spanish roster, and as usual, an impressive North Macedonia roster. Fans continuing to pour in. Here's our officiating crew for today's game. We have Tomas Jasikevičius, Alexandre Demont, Sergei Belyakov for Lithuania, France, and Russia, respectively. And we're making sure everything is above board and goes the way it's supposed to on the hardwood. Both teams now in their final preparations. Let's see if we can grab a look at the starting five for Spain. The way this qualification is broken down, the first round is broken down into groups of 4 teams, round robin, as they play within those groups. And then it'll be the top 3 teams out of those 4 that will progress, and they will take their results against each other through to the second round, where they'll be matched up against 3 teams from another group, another 6 games. And then it'll be down to the top 2 teams from each group making it through. Referee signal 3 minutes to go until the tip-off. As I said earlier, Georgia picked up the first win in Group G here in the European World Cup qualifiers, beating Ukraine 88-83 in Tbilisi earlier today. So that puts them top of the table. These 2 teams will also play on Monday as well. So Ukraine will welcome North Macedonia to Kiev on Monday, whilst Spain will head back home to home soil to face Georgia on Monday as well. That will close out the first window. That will be the first of 3 windows in this first round. Window 2 is in February, and then window 3 is in June. You see the Spanish staff getting some final guidance across to their players. Coach Scariolo with the tablet out, scribbling away, and find me an international coach. The pedigree of Scariolo, 7 medals he has helped Spain secure across his tenure. Definitely can class him as the mastermind behind this golden age of Spanish basketball, that's for sure. Really has been a key to their success, bringing together, yes, he's had a huge amount of talent, but he's brought them together and pointed them in the right direction. As for Coach Bajic, he'll accept the underdog status, but I'm sure he's used it as motivation for his team today. You know, if North Macedonia are able to come away with the upset win against Spain, that really does set their qualification journey off in the right direction from the get-go. Moments away from the opening tip now. Just a reminder to keep up to date with all the latest news, views, videos, highlights, stats from the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Your best bet is to get your devices out now, get your phones out and download it, the app. It's available on iOS and Android, completely free, and it is an indispensable companion throughout these qualification games. Waiting for the players to head to the floor. The 5 for North Macedonia make to the floor first. The Spanish 5 aren't far behind them. It's away from the opening tip as the horn rings around the arena. Fans still flooding into the stands, which is good. We're now going to observe a minute's silence for the people who tragically lost their lives in the awful bus crash this week in Bulgaria. Our thoughts are with their family and friends. Beautifully respected, and the family of basketball comes together to pay their tributes to the people that tragically lost their lives in that accident, and they'll honour them, no doubt, particularly the North Macedonian team, with a big performance here this evening. And we're underway, game day 1. The FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 qualifiers here in Skopje, Macedonia. North Macedonia taking on Spain as Coulomb puts on a show, slides on the floor straight away. There's the spin, the pass is knocked out of bounds. And you can see North Macedonia's strategy straight away. They're going to put a huge amount of pressure on Coulomb. As he looks to inbound the ball. Does so to Fernandez. Coulomb from a long way away puts up a brick. That one just slaps off the glass and goes nowhere. Had to put it up quickly though as shot clock was running down. North Macedonia progress it fast. Foul's been called. I think, let's wait to see who that is on. I think it's on Lopez Arostigui. But only get things underway early for them. As Fernandez brings it back the other way for Spain. And early scores for both teams. But no joy so far for North Macedonia there. Fernandez scoring at the other end for Spain. Coulomb now moves it to the wing. Nice little fake, steps inside, hands it off, and that's an easy score for the big man. Guerra rolling to the basket. Nikolov now looking for the pass. Picked up his dribble a little bit early. Kostevski hands it off back to Nikolov. Little hesitation. The space opens up. Robev nails the corner triple. And if you were to think that North Macedonia might be phased by taking on the world champions, it's certainly not showing in the early exchanges. Guerra hands it off to Fernandez. Pulls the trigger on the three. A little bit short, a little bit flat as well, but a foul's been called. I think that one might be on Stoyanovski. Let's have a look what the officials say. Shot goes up. Presume it is, or is it on Simic? Sorry, on Simic, that one. Coulomb now moves it across. A beautiful stroke from outside. Lopez Arostigui gets the three. Spain back into a 2-point lead. North Macedonia now slides to the basket. Strong move. Off target though by Nikolov. Coulomb now comes back the other way. Uses the screen from Guerra. Shot goes up. Again, off target by Coulomb, but foul drawn once again. And North Macedonia are slightly struggling to control Guerra at the bucket. Fernandez scoops up the rebound anyway and gets the score, but it won't count. That'll be a foul chalked up to North Macedonia. Coulomb at the top uses the Guerra screen, not once but twice. Looks for the pass, it's off target. Fernandez now looking to shake, step back, shot clock running down. just clips the iron, but the rebound falls into the hands of Mekic. Simic now looking to back his way down, has to come back out. Jumper from outside is no good, and the Spanish will clean up the glass. Neither team really flowing offensively at the moment. It's a little bit stilted, a little bit stagnant at times. First game in the qualification campaign, though, just finding a bit of a rhythm. Step back jumper, comes up shy, falls into the hands of Kristevski. Nikolov now. Almost stolen away. Let's see what the call is. Presume that's going to be on Fernandez. Yeah, steals it away and just reaches across. Unsportsmanlike foul's been called on Fernandez. As he was, sorry, in fact, on Robev. Called it the other way. Robev pulling back Fernandez as he was trying to break through and steal the ball on the transition. So that's going to send Fernandez to the line for 2 shots. Hasn't been a mainstay in the Spanish senior team, but won 4 medals at the Junior Euros when he was part of the Spanish junior program. 28 years of age now. Would love to stake a claim for a bigger part of the rotation for Spain going forward. And he has the opportunity tonight. They certainly would love for him to lead them to the win here on the road. Skopje is not an easy place to come and try and walk away with the win. Spain up by 4 at the moment, 4 minutes gone in the first quarter. Mekic looks to go inside. It's knocked out of bounds by Lopez Arastegui. Fortunate not to have a foul called. Ball is inbounded long, managed to get it in. Official's blown. Not sure what he's blown for. Is there an issue on the floor? I think it might be an issue with the clock. Yeah, I think a few seconds have been taken off the clock. I think it had been incorrectly reset to the 14. Ball moved out now. Simic drains the long 2. And if North Macedonia are able to bring the crowd into this game, that could be a real key to them coming up with the upset win. Coulomb now turns back on the screen. Comes up short yet again. Unfortunately for him, he has his teammate Diaz there to pick up the loose ball and get the score. And Coulomb has been absolutely out of sorts. Remember, he's the veteran. He's the only player in this roster that was part of the 2019 World Cup winning Spanish team. North Macedonia go for the score, nothing there. Strong move to the bars by Simic, but the defense stands strong against him. Nice dart down the lane and an easy score for Lopez Arastegui. Just 24 years of age, Xavi Lopez Arastegui. One of those potential future bright sparks and superstars for the Spanish national team. Nice pass inside though. The defense forces him too low and Guerra just muscles the rebound down. No one was coming away with that one but Fran Guerra. Little hesitation from Coulomb. He gets the score. And that might settle some of his nerves. Currently Spain now up by 8 as they're starting to assert themselves on the game. North Macedonia will make the changes. Simic heads to the bench. Into the game comes Jacob Wiley. This is his debut for North Macedonia. Wiley's played all over the world, played professionally in the US, Germany, Australia, Spain, Greece, Montenegro. This is his first taste of international basketball for North Macedonia, though. Nikolov now. Foul's going to be called on Diaz. Doesn't necessarily agree with the call. I think it's that tray alarm more than anything. Spain make a couple of changes as well, with Pradilla coming into the action. Also in is Simmer. Wiley moves the ball to the wing, wide open. Brazula! Sorry, Irobev hits the 3. Pradilla now hands it off to Fernandez. He comes around the Simmer screen, throws the lob, and there's the finish. What a way to introduce yourself. Yankuba Simmer with the throwdown. Wonderful play. And a good read early on. Nikolov now tries to find Wiley. That's a tough place to pass the ball. Low percentage chance of holding on to it. Fernandez now comes back out, wide open. The jumper comes up short, though. Rebound falls into the hands of Stoyanovski. Lob pass, Wiley, catch and puts it off the glass. Wiley's first points for North Macedonia. And the energy levels in the arena just raising a few levels now. Inside, Simmer off the glass. Comes up empty-handed this time. Kristevski off target. Rebound pulled down by Diaz. Foul's going to be called on Nikolov. He's blowing. I think he's heading to the bench for a breather. Stajic is going to come in his place. Just needs to be careful that it doesn't get blown for an unsportsmanlike. Robev will also head out. Fernandez goes to the bench for Spain. In comes Brizula. Diaz hands it off. Spain, as you would expect from any team coached by Scaliola, very organised, run a structured offense to near perfection. Good ball movement here. Pradilla goes inside to Simmer. There's the right hand hook, and he gets the roll off the glass. 4 quick points for Yankuba Simmer. The big man's coming in and making an impact. Stajic now gets it back at the top. Devsky pulls up for the jumper. A little bit heavy-handed. Oh, Wiley with a sweet rebound and a soft putback for the 2. That brings North Macedonia to within 3. And since Wiley's been introduced into the game, there seems to be more energy for the team in yellow. Brazula trying to pick his way through the North Macedonia defense. Pulls up for the jumper. He's off target, and eventually Simmer's going to get called for the foul. Scalioli's asking him why. You're so far away from the basket. Why are you giving up a foul there? Just head back and play straightforward defense. 13th foul of the quarter for Spain. North Macedonia already on 4. As we see Kristevski head to the bench. Into the game comes Maslinko. Both teams rotating effectively in this first quarter, making sure they're bringing in everyone, giving everyone a flavour of the basketball early on. You never know who's going to step up and take the win for you. Wiley comes up, sets the screen. Stajic tries to use it, comes back to Wiley. He'll take the long two. It's a little flat, that attempt, and rebound falls into the hands of Diaz. Padilla puts another air ball up. Wiley got a hand on it though, but he saves it. That's a smart play by Jacob Wiley. Stajic fakes the three. Wiley now looking to go to work against Simmer in the low post. He's going to hand it off instead. No joy from outside from Stoyanovski. 22.1 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Foul's going to get blown on Magdevsky. And that's going to send Brzula to the line for 2 free throws. Brzula, one of those players that certainly benefited from the new qualification process. Dario Brzula got his senior debut in the qualifiers for the last World Cup back in 2018. The Unicaja guard making the most of his time on the floor again. Brzula connects with both free throws. As Spain apply a little bit of pressure, but not a huge amount. Wiley now brings it up over the half. The big man showing a little bit of handle. Stajic. That's a poor pass from Stajic. Shot clock drops to 14 and that's stolen away. Spain are out at the races. Get the shot away, but can't get the score. Joel Pala, no joy as we see the stumble. And Maslinko just coughs it up. Shots in time, but it's slightly off target as he had to rush it. End of the first quarter here, though. Going towards the way the form book would suggest. North Macedonia 14, Spain 21. Interesting first quarter of action here in Skopje. Game day 1 for both of these teams. Here are your best plays from that first quarter. Spain certainly looking the dominant. Outscoring North Macedonia 21-14. Doing it well on both ends of the floor. For the Spanish team, they've already rotated 10 players onto the floor. Macedonia have as well, so both teams making sure they go all the way down their benches. Just Dani Perez and Juan Sastri not getting any look in so far for Spain, and it's Nigolovsky and Efremovsky not getting any court time so far for North Macedonia. Spread the scoring as well, Spain. Currently 7 players already notched up onto the scoreboard, whilst North Macedonia only have 4. And it is going the way of the form, but you have to remember Spain, reigning world champions. Only one of those world champions in the roster, Coulomb, and he's had a tough night, to be fair. He's not played at the level we know he can. And just a reminder, if you want to stay up to date with all the stats I keep giving you throughout the game, there's your QR code. Get your devices out, scan that now. That will take you straight to where you need to be. But as I was saying, the Spanish team, a real opportunity for what would be maybe fringe players to stake a claim. Second quarter action underway here in Skopje. As North Macedonia trail by 7 after the first quarter. 14 to North Macedonia, 21 to Spain. Both teams running deep into their rotations. Plenty of talent on show. Stoyanovski now, step back, nice fake, puts the 3 up, comes up short though. Did all the hard work to create the space, but the shot just let him down. Brzula There's a wrestling match going on in the middle at the moment between Padilla and Stoyanovski. Presume it's going to be called on Stoyanovski for pulling Padilla back. Rizula hands it off to Diaz. Rizula catch and shoot from the corner, off target. Foul's going to be called, I think, on Wiley. At the moment, North Macedonia struggling to win the physical battle in the paint. Wiley fouling Simmer. Deep in the paint, it'll be a baseline ball for Spain. Second foul of the quarter for North Macedonia. We're only 40 seconds in. Diaz now hands it off to Brizula. Into the corner, good ball movement, and there's the finish and the two. He'll head to the line for the bonus, and Spain are running roughshod over North Macedonia right now. Good composure from the big man. He draws the foul from Stajic. Stajic comes across to try and help, but either foul hard or get out the way would be my advice. And he converts to apply a little bit more pain to North Macedonia. Biggest lead of the night, the first double-digit lead of the night. Just about a minute gone here in the second quarter. Almost stolen away again, and you can see Alberto Diaz frustrated he didn't get the steal. That'll be a North Macedonia ball on the side, and just a little question over whose ball it should have been. The Spanish coach is saying we didn't see which way it should go, but the officials have decided it is yellow ball, North Macedonia ball. Nice drive inside. Ball movement could have been cleaner and crisper. Draws the foul. Doesn't get the score, though. It's a smart play by Stoyanovski. The veteran guard using every single ounce of his 16-year pro career to its fullest. And what a career it's been, to be fair, for Stoyanovski. 18 domestic titles across his 16 years in the game. Not many players are able to show that amount of silverware. It's the first of the two free throws. That's his second point of the game. And the second. Diaz hands it back to Simmer. Spain go back to their structured offense. They space the floor exceptionally well, the Spanish teams. Diaz catch and shoot. He looked a little bit like he pulled on that one. The offensive tip back is no good as well. Yeah, Diaz didn't look like he was in his comfortable stroke. Nice little spin move to lose the defense, but didn't capitalize fully. Stoyanovski now looking at drive inside. Traveling violation is going to be called. It's the right call from the officials. Picked up his pivot foot too early. Needed to basically release and extend off both feet at the same time. Let's have a look at the replay. You'll be able to see. Yeah, there's the shuffle. Diaz now moves it across to Rizula. And the shot goes up and he beats the buzzer. In fact, no, he doesn't. The shot's after the shot clock expires. But Rizula just a little too late with that attempt. North Macedonia defense holds out, and the crowd are showing their appreciation. Let's have a look at the replay. Yeah, very clear. Light was illuminated before he'd released. Good call by the officials. Not always easy to make in real time. Inside, Wiley slides through. extend those long arms and gets the layup off the glass. Spain's lead now trimmed down to just 6 in the first 2.5 minutes of this second quarter. Parra nails the 3. That will calm some Spanish nerves. And this is the problem you have facing any Spanish team. The firepower they have is across the board. Anyone on the floor, anyone coming off the bench, you know they have the ability to score. Dani Perez called for the foul that time. Nikolov now initiates North Macedonia's offense. Wiley, two-hand thunder. Delivers it with a little bit of flair and aggression. It's the pass that makes it. It's a strong cut and a strong finish. Perez. Nice ball movement. Spain really are slick offensively. They get locked up a little bit though. Wiley just flying through the air. He's feeding off the energy in the arena. You can tell he wants to come in and be a fan favorite straight off the board. Wiley now drives to the basket, loses the handle. It's going to be a Spanish ball as he just spills it out of bounds. Maybe the emotions, the adrenaline getting a bit too much for Jacob Wiley. Impinging his usual good decision-making that you see on the floor from him. Brazula now to Perez. Perez is open, doesn't take it. Back over to Brazula for 3. Little heavy-handed. The rebounding battle is going to be won by Simmer. Simmer is fouled on his way to the basket. He'll go to the line for 2 shots. That one's going to be chalked down to Maslinko. There's the move, and yeah, it's as much the right hand pushing out. Let's have a look. In fact, take your pick on where the foul's going to be called. Maslinko will head to the bench now. Spain lead by 7. Both teams really working through their rotations. Fatigue certainly isn't going to be a factor in today's game if the rotations continue the way they have. Simmer hits the first of his 2 free throws, takes his personal tally already to 8. 3 from 4 from the field, also has a rebound to his name. Hits the second as well. With that, he'll head to the bench. And Spain have a 9-point lead. Wiley now for North Macedonia. There's the backdoor cut. Couldn't quite pick the pass through that lane. It was quite crowded. Nikolov inside, hands it off. Wiley with the fake. The defense closes nicely. Wiley comes up a little bit too shy with that one. And Guerra will hand it off to Perez. Nice pass inside. Oh, and a nice handoff and an easy soft finger roll for Danny Diaz. And that's nice to see a big man with good vision and soft hands in the pass. Diaz, is happy with the score, and that's going to force Coach Bajic into a timeout, as Spain have a game-high 11-point lead. Let's jump into his huddle, hear what he has to say.
Ne možemo sa njima igrati brzu košarku, ne možemo jednostavno. Hej, daj da nagradimo sebe i evo to odigramo dobru obranu, daj da nagradimo sebe. Nemoj da tu loptu lako prodamo. Nemoj da je lako prodamo. Jasno? Jedan loptu.
Both teams back out onto the floor. 5:32 remaining here in the second quarter. Spain certainly in control of this one so far. They lead by 11. And it's not on the back of one player particularly, just great teamwork, particularly on the offensive end. Move the ball and themselves well. There's the pass into the hands of Nikolovsky. No joy. Rebound is loose. And unfortunately, Mekic might need some new sneaks as his feet slide out of bounds. Let's have a look at him slide here. Yeah, I think he might need to give his trainers a bit of a clean off. Perez now. Comes inside, hands it off. Oh, wonderful pass to the corner, wide open again. No joy this time for Diaz. You wonder if North Macedonia could do with injecting a little bit more pace into proceedings. Try and find some points in the transition, because the half-court offense at the moment isn't looking too beautiful for them, and they hit the three. Mekic nails the three, and that's a big shot. Sastry now looking for options in front of him. Finds a teammate who's wide open. Vizula nails the shot from three. Strong drive inside, stripped away though on the drive. Spin move is going to be fouled by Stoyanovski. North Macedonia already in the penalty, so that will send Spain to the free throw line again. As Brizula heads to the bench. 5 points and a rebound to his name. Danny Perez at the line. Veteran Manresa guard doing his national duty, helping the national team towards their qualification. A penny for the thoughts for sure. I'd love to see inside the mind of a coach like Sergio Scariolo. First is good from the line. Spain's lead now out to 13, and maybe more concerning for North Macedonia is not the 35 points conceded, but rather the 22 scored. I do believe they need to put some more energy, some more pace into their offense. At the moment, it's too static. It's too easy for Spain to defend. They need to mix things up a bit at the moment. Just trying to run the same half-court structure time and again will not pay dividends. Spain will be able to defend it relatively easy. That's a nice move to the basket, though. Just goes under the bigs to get the score. Another score for Mekic. Into the corner, wide open, Sastry. And thankfully for North Macedonia, Spain haven't been anywhere near their usual efficiency from outside. Pass inside. Nice, easy move. Misses the score, misses the second attempt. Grabs the offensive rebound, but is fouled by Guerra. And Kristevski will head to the free throw line for 2 shots. There's the pass inside. I can understand the first miss. I'm not sure I can forgive the second. But he gets bailed out. In fact, he doesn't go to the line. He gets possession back for his team instead. Robev almost losing control. Shot clock running down. Steps in. Gets it away in time and gets the score. There's some patience and calmness in the face of adversity. Shot clock nearly expired, and they're still passing the ball around to get a better shot. Guerrera now. Looking to back his way down. He's being offered the baseline. He's not going to take it. Kristevski's going to get called for the foul. North Macedonia, as I say, in the penalty. So Guerrera will head to the line for 2 shots. This is the first of his 2. Hits the second, though. Under 3 minutes to play now in this second quarter. Nikolov with possession, being guarded closely by Perez. Drives inside, kicks the ball. Nikolovsky for three. Quite a high arc, but just not on target. Fernandez now into the corner, baseline drive. It's come off a North Macedonian hand, so it remains Spanish possession. As you expect, the calm timeout from Sergio Scariolo, as the official has a conversation with Kristevski on the way back onto the floor. It will be a Spanish ball in the corner. They've got 15 seconds left on their shot clock, plenty of time to work with. They lead by 11, and they certainly have been in control of this game for the majority of it. Coulomb now back into the action as North Macedonia run a zone defense. It falls apart. Rebound pulled down by Guerrera, but no joy. North Macedonia managed to secure the rebound eventually. Robev now, change of direction. That's a tough skip pass, not one you would necessarily recommend, but he's got away with it. Static North Macedonian offense again, and if anything, you'd say Fran Guerrera has just helped out North Macedonia there with that foul. I'm not sure he had to come so urgently out, but it gives North Macedonia another 14 seconds to work with. But that foul's going to send Guerrera to the bench. Pass inside, that's a smart pass. It's just straightforward, a good pass and poor defense from Diaz. Coulomb now going up against this 3-2 zone from North Macedonia. Fernandez gets it knocked away. That's great defense in the paint. That's an absolutely shocking pass from Kristevski, but he knows it, puts his hand up, takes responsibility straight away. But to be fair, Spain had done a good job from blocking any of the point guards from receiving the pass. And let's have a look. Yeah, it's just off target, plain and simple, that one. Coulomb now passes it inside. There's the dump off. Nice straightforward way to beat a zone defense, and it's executed brilliantly as Pladilia gets his first points of the game. Final minute of this first half. Strong drive to the basket, off the glass, gets the score. Nikolov going down the throat of the lane. Coulomb, Fernandez, way out for three. Rebound, Pradilla again, gets the score. No, he doesn't. It's tapped back though, wide open for Sastry. No joy again, and it's like being at a fairground. Spain just keep buying more balls to throw. They lead by 9, over a 6-second differential, shot clock and second quarter clock. Nikolov now looks to feed it down low. There's the pass, no joy. 3 seconds remaining. Are they going to get a score? Gets the layup, gets the score. What a way to finish the half for Spain. Padilla extends those long legs and gets them the score before the half break. You can see he got it away in time with the finger roll off the glass. Seals out the lead at the half. A big first 20 minutes of action here in Skopje at the halfway stage. North Macedonia 30, Spain 41. So as we had expected, Spain lead this one at the halfway point. No real surprises in that being the case. And it's really the team ethos that's got Spain into the lead. At the moment, they've had 10 of their 12 players register on the scoreboard. Simmer is their leading scorer with 9 points. Here are some of the highlights from that first half. As I say, a real team effort. Every single player on the floor. Danny Perez with the least number of minutes, and he's played over 5 minutes in the first 20. That really tells you how Spain are approaching this qualification game. As for North Macedonia, they've also played 11 of their 12. Their leading scorer is the debutant, Jacob Wiley. He has 8 points, 4 rebounds, an assist to his name in a little over 8 minutes of action. Just behind him is Robev with 6 points as well. But at the moment, it is the power of the team for Spain that is paying dividends. They've won both quarters. They won the first quarter by 7, the second quarter by 4. And if anything, you'd have to say at the defensive end is where Spain are winning this game. North Macedonia are struggling to get points on the board and currently on target for just a 60-point haul in the game. And for me, it's just down to the tempo that they're playing at. They clearly have the depth as they've rotated, so there can't be any fatigue reasons not to get out and run. You have athletes like that man there, Jacob Wiley. Why not use him? Get him stretching his legs, run the transition offense, put Spain under some pressure. If you let Spain play half-court defense, the first half has shown they will beat you. It's time to mix things up a little, change the tempo of the game and see if that can have any impact. Certainly think the zone defense from North Macedonia has made a difference. It's at least disrupted the Spanish when they were in full flow, but it's now time for the offense to have a change as well. I think an increase in pace is certainly not going to harm proceedings and could be a game changer for North Macedonia. That's the final play of the first half as we see Padilla get the score to close out the half. But at the halfway stage here in Skopje, North Macedonia trail 30-41 to Spain. Second half action coming up very shortly.
Who will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands? It's time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
Went 4-2, won 4 of their 6 games in the first round last time, and they get in for the wide open slam dunk.
Play good enough defense and they come up with the ball. long-range shot is good.
Prepelic fouled as he puts it up and he hits it. And this is what he does, folks. Clement Prepelic is never far away from a big play. 3:45 remaining. Seamus Hauser drives in and tried to get the foul. Doesn't call. Now here we go. And it's Belarus for the two-handed jam. And the foul. It is a big moment, folks, for Belarusian basketball. Look at him.
Looking to inbound, does so. Gets it to Zolix. Zolix now got the mismatch. He'll drive to the basket, hands it inside, and the poster flush. Chavez with the throwdown all over. Teodosic going up against Zolix. Oh, there's the pass and there's the finish. Teodosic with the pass, Abramovich with the reverse lay-in.
And now Nadar spins away from two defenders. Ginat spins himself, draws the foul, gets the roll. Great play from Tonar Ginat. We said he was the key guy in the victory between these two teams last time out. And there is the spin, just too quick for the defense, gets the finish.
Might work out well here for Belgium. To Sohan once more, the bounce pass and the finish. Emphatic from Ismail Bako, who throws it down.
Turn down, goes straight to the middle. Provic gets stopped, goes inside. Oh, nice spin, watch out! Simon Briganda goes, throws it down on the baseline.
Oh, that thunderous right hand rains down and he's enjoying the action.
We have walked this land for a long time. We know how far we've gone, and we're sure of how far we can go. Unity is not just a word here. It's not just a spirit in this sport. It's the way we all move. We are proud of our art, country, family, language, and culture. We are united by basketball.
Welcome to FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup 2022.
Welcome back to Skopje in North Macedonia. And here is your top scorer for Spain from that first 20 minutes of action. And Kuba Sima been putting on a show on the inside. That was probably the biggest play of the half. The alley-oop pass coming in from Fernandez. Finished with ease by Sima. But tough to really pick out one superstar within the Spanish team. They've had plenty of contribution from across their roster, and that is the key to Spain and their continuing success. The depth of this national team program must be nearly second to none. Let's switch our focus now to North Macedonia. And their debutant has been the main man for them. He's played only a little over 8 minutes, but Jacob Wiley has come in and done a job, and you can see he's pumped. He's enjoying being part of the North Macedonia national team, that's for sure. He is getting the job done for them so far. He has 8 points and 4 rebounds in, like I say, just over 8.5 minutes of action on the floor. Just a few minutes away from the start of the second half. Spain, as we would expect, in command of this game so far. Remember, these teams are part of Group G. Completing Group G is Georgia and Ukraine. They faced off earlier today in Tbilisi. Georgia coming away with a 5-point win over Ukraine in that one. So Spain win tonight. If they win by more than 5, they'll go top of the table, and that would send North Macedonia to the bottom of the rankings. There's still plenty of action ahead of us. Remember, this is the first round of the World Cup qualifiers. This group of 4 means that every team will play 6 games. In other words, playing each team home and away. The top 3 teams then will progress through to a second round when they'll play another 6 games. And only after that will we know which 12 teams from Europe have secured a place at the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023. That's a big prize for any basketball player, any nation. Spain are used to it. Been there, done that. Reigning world champions, but for North Macedonia, what a feat that would be. What an achievement for them to make it through to the World Cup in Asia in 2023. If they're going to, that man there's likely to play his part. Wiley, their leading scorer, his first game in the yellow and red of North Macedonia. But he's come out with a huge amount of energy and excitement and hype. Just needs to drag his teammates along with him. They played a little bit slow in the first half, relied heavily on some half-court offense, which Spain felt relatively easily covering, hence them only scoring 30 points in the first half. For me, they need to pick the pace up. They need to put a little bit of tempo into the game. I think pre-game they might have been worried that that would have played into Spain's hands, but as it stands, they trail by 11 in a low-scoring game. So it's time to change things up. As for Spain, expect Coach Scariolo to continue with heavy rotation. Every player getting some minutes on the floor, because he knows, he's been there, he's done that. He knows what a qualification process is. It's a building process. No game makes or breaks you as a team or as a qualification campaign. It's all about bringing the pieces together at the right time to take the team forward. And for these players individually, the likes of Yankuba Sima, this is about staking a claim for the roster, for the World Cup squad that heads over to Asia in 2023 if they qualify. Each one of these players has a point to prove and a position to claim. Certainly a changing of the guards within Spanish basketball. We'll see a very different roster in 2023 than we did in 2019. Again, if Spain make it. So for these players, a real chance to make their way through, and it's good to see some fans in the crowd. Some with masks, some without, but we have limited numbers in the arena due to restrictions, but it's just great to have any fans back watching the national teams. Certainly adds to the spectacle when we have the noise of their home nation's fans urging them on. I'm sure she's on the World Cup app right now. If not, maybe she's downloading it. If you haven't got it, make sure you do. Get your phones out, get it downloaded. It's on iOS and Android. Completely free to download. It'll give you all the stats and press conferences and rosters and everything you'd need, really, to perfect companion for this World Cup qualification campaign. Few seconds away from the opening tip of the second half now. And for Spain, it's pretty much, let's just replicate the first half, a few less mistakes maybe, but just a replication of the first half is more than enough for Coach Scariolo at this point. However, for North Macedonia, it really is, they've got to make a change, got to change the game up. As we see Pera Antic in the half, receiving an award. Handing that over before we get underway for the second half. North Macedonia still waiting to come on the floor. Spanish 5 are ready and raring to go on the hardwood. What will this second half present us? It'll have to be a bit of a shift in philosophy for North Macedonia. Otherwise, Spain will railroad them into a big win. Second half action underway here in Skopje, North Macedonia. Game day 1 for both North Macedonia and Spain in the World Cup qualifiers. At the halfway stage, Spain lead by 11. And they're going to extend that lead with their first possession. Dani Diaz gets the score. Smart interior passing from Guerrera. Nikolov now looking for options in front of him. Wiley sets the screen. Shot goes up from range. That one's short. Coulon pulls down the rebound and instigates the offense for Lopez Arostegui. Backdoor pass, lovely. Finish with the easy left hand. And the big man, Fran Guerrera, certainly has vision, has a pass. Reads the game beautifully, and Lopez Arostegui gets the score. Wiley with the screen for Nikolov. Has to pass it away into the corner, wide open again for the shot. Once again, it's missed though, and Guerrera pulls down the easy rebound. That's his 5th rebound of the game. Coulon moves it back. Lopez Arostegui, wow! What a start to the second half for that man. The 24-year-old from Valencia. He's a one-man wrecking crew right now. No wonder he has a wry smile on his face. Forces coach Bajic into an early timeout here in the second half. Let's jump into the North Macedonia huddle.
Nije problem što je svoj dobio pas dole, nego je problem što ti nisi rano isrotirao da uzmeš loptu. Hej, on sa 2.15 ne može da koordiniše tako lako, majke. Moramo čušće ući, ajde. Ne može ovako back ovdje. Ne može, majke. Moramo graditi sad ovo, opravo moramo graditi čvrsto. Odikaj mi. 3.
Lopez Arostegui doing some serious damage here in Skopje. That last score took him to double digits, 10 points, 4 from 6 from the field. He's played under 9 minutes. But he has to be thankful for his teammates. They're finding him at the right time in the right place. That said, he's getting the job done. Coach Bajic trying to hit a reset. All the hard work done in the halftime locker room maybe slightly undone as Spain's lead is out to an impressive 18 points now. Drives inside, comes up short. Wiley tries to grab the air ball, but has to step out of bounds with it, so it'll be a Spanish ball on the baseline. Here comes a shot from Fernandez, rings out and comes away into the hands of Mekic. He goes inside, draws the foul, is blocked. Foul's going to be called on Guerrera. See if he steps across. Yeah, he just drops his hip into him. Absolutely the right call. Yeah, moves his right hip, just sways it across to try and create the contact. It's going to send Mekic to the line for 2 free throws. Playing on his home floor. Finds his trade for Skopje. He's won the league 4 times, the cup 3 times. Adem Merkic. Only 25 years of age, but plenty of silverware in the trophy cabinet back home. North Macedonia in their 3-2 zone. Certainly disrupted Spain slightly in that first half. Coulomb has it knocked away, holds on to possession though. Shot clock down to 7. Diaz off target, rebound falls into the hands of Robev. Nikolov trying to shake Fernandez, but Fernandez is staying with him. Shot goes up, in and out. Foul's going to be called on Merkic as Lopez Arastigui looks to go hard to the basket. And Kuba Simmer is going to come into the game as we see Fran Guerra head to the bench. Easy call for the officials. Fernandez. Lopez Arastigui. Simmer doesn't get the score, does draw the foul. That one's on Wiley. Let's have a look at the hard work from Simmer here. Yeah, just read the rebound better than Wiley did. Wiley didn't think it was going to catch the rim that extra time, and it did. So Simmer at the line, and so far, a bit of commentator's curse for you here. He has shot very well from the free throw line. He continues to do so, extending Spain's lead back out to 17. Make that 18, and Spain have extended their lead by 7 points here in the first 3 minutes of the third quarter. We were looking for a reaction from North Macedonia, but if anything, we've just seen an improvement from an already impressive Spanish side. Wiley can't hold on to it, has to try and throw it back in. Good hands by Robev, but that one's intercepted by Coulomb. Oh, what a pass, and another. Yankuba, Simmer no good. Wiley will grab the rebound, and Simmer just received it too far under the basket. Wiley 1-on-1 against Simmer now. Slides past him, gets the score off the glass. Extends his personal tally to 12. That little hesitation was enough to create the space. Simmer, lovely pass. Easy score as Diaz floats to the basket, uncontested. And Coach Bajic just really signaling to his team, like, how is this happening? How are you not stepping across and playing tougher defense? At the moment, they're being marauded by the Spanish team. Foul's going to be called. That one on Diaz. Yeah, easy one for the officials. Call there. Diaz just pulling him back as he cuts through the lane. Kristevski hands it back to Nikolov. Merkic inside. Kristevski doesn't get the score. Coulomb brings it the other way. And the game's just in a little bit of a plateau stage right now. Neither team absolutely dominant, just Spain kind of in cruise control. Feels a little bit more scrimmagey for Spain than anything else. Fernandez to the basket, gets the score. Takes 2 North Macedonian players to the bucket. Still gets the score, and that's just determination and skill. Nikolov hands it off. Shot fake, drives inside, floats it high off the glass, doesn't get it. Wiley goes for the rebound, but it falls into the hands of Simmer. It's his 3rd rebound of the game. 20-point lead now for Spain. Under 5 minutes to play in the third quarter, and Spain have been very impressive in this third quarter. Fernandez compounds the pain a little bit more. with the corner three. No look pass from Coulomb. Create even a bit more space. Nikolov inside, gets the foul and one play. That's a big play for the Skopje guard. Draws the contact from Coulomb. Stays with the play and gets the score off the glass. Heads to the line for the bonus free throw. And connects with the three-point play. Spain's lead still sits at 20 though. Under 4.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Fernandez now to Diaz. Good ball movement still from Spain. In and out. Good box out in the end by Kristevski. Close to being a foul, but the officials say no call. Nikolov using the screen from Wiley. Wiley for three. Comes up short. Rebound pulled down by Spain. In particular by Lopez Arostegui. He'll put the three up. Rattles it home, gets the score and the foul. That foul was off the ball, so Spain will get possession as well as the triple. As we see Kristevski just shoving, I think it was Diaz out the way. Kristevski's going to head to the bench. And it'll be a baseline ball now for Spain, so things go from bad to worse to awful. Pass inside, though, couldn't be handled by Diaz, so it's going to come back out to Fernandez for Spain. Drives inside, gets the score, draws the foul, and he'll head to the free throw line for a three-point play. Spain at the moment putting a pure masterclass on how to play offense. Nikolov will come out of the game, so will Diaz for Spain. Into the game for North Macedonia is Stajic. Fernandez at the line for the bonus shot. And coach Dragan Bajic can almost read his mind. What do I do? How do I make the changes to stem the flow? Because at the moment, Spain are in full flow here in Skopje on the opening game of the World Cup qualifiers. Stajic now brings it up over the half, being guarded by Diaz. Wiley wanted to hand it off. Offensive, in fact, unsportsmanlike foul is going to be called on Wiley. He looked to hand it off. He's frustrated at Stajic's teammate. It was intercepted by Diaz, and yeah, Wiley did grab the shirt of Diaz. Wiley will head to the bench on that foul. North Macedonia are in the penalty as well. So that will send Spain to free throw lines in the future. Diaz is there now for his shots. It will then be sideline possession for Spain as well. Gets the first to go, Alberto Diaz. Another one of the players who featured heavily in the junior program for Spain. Hasn't broken through consistently to the senior roster. He did win the under-20s Euro silver back 7 years ago in 2014. Is he part of Scariolo's plans for future rosters? You have a feeling he may be. There's no player on the floor for Spain who hasn't done a good job today, and that's a smart play from North Macedonia, just pulling the seat on Spain. Let's look at the replay. Para just having the seat pulled out by Stoyanovski. Shot goes up. That one's off the iron and away. Para grabs the rebound straight again into the corner, but Azula nails the three. And Spain are absolutely dominating proceedings here in Skopje. And they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal for 1 second as Padilla and Diaz apply full court pressure and stop the inbound, so much so that it's having to throw it off the body of the Spanish player just so they don't get a 5-second violation. Magdevsky now will look to inbound it for North Macedonia. Does so this time to Maslenko and gets it back quickly. Ball is passed out to the wing. Catch and shoot from the wing, no good. Spain will hold on to it, but Azula brings it up over the half to Diaz. Spain once again know that they can score in transition. They can score in the half court. They're in no rush to do anything right now. It's all about the quality of play for them. Foul's going to be called on Magdevsky. Yeah, just puts his right hand across and then his left. He knew he was beaten as Brazula just changed direction. That will send Brazula to the line for 2 shots. Unbelievably, Spain are now out to a 32-point lead. Brazula takes his tally to 9. Well, the Spanish player now in double digits. Magdevsky brings it up over the half. What can North Macedonia do? What can they change to have an impact on this game, to make a dent in this Spanish team? Nice, sweet flight to the ring for Stoyanovski. And for once, the Spanish defense just went to sleep. Brazula not rotating slick enough. Para now. Double team comes across. Para needs to move. It does so. Shot clock at 4. What's Brazula going to do? He's going to put it up almost from the logo, but that one's an air ball. And that will be North Macedonian possession. And there's the signal and the sign of a perfectionist. Scariolo, his team lead by 31. And he's still frustrated when one of his players makes a poor decision. Foul's going to be called, I think, on Para. Baseline ball now for North Macedonia. Under 90 seconds remaining in this third quarter. And what a third quarter it has been for Spain. Almost intercepted and stolen away. In this third quarter, Spain have outscored Macedonia 29-9. That's how dominant they've been since the halftime break. They've really left no space to breathe for North Macedonia. They've executed brilliantly on the offensive end and they've been locked down on the defensive end. Spin move, nice move, Magdevsky. $1 million move, 10-cent finish. Pulls the spin move, creates the space, and the easiest of finishes, and then knocks it out of bounds. It'll be a Spanish ball. Gotta love the footwork and the move, but maybe he thought the job was done at that stage. Didn't concentrate fully on the finish. Diaz. Oh, and it's intercepted. That one was telegraphed. Easy read for North Macedonia to intercept. Good read by Magdevsky. Foul's going to be called. Wait to see who on. I think on Brazula as he was trying to fight his way through the screen. That will send North Macedonia to the line. Simic hits the first of his 2. Actually a product of the Barcelona junior program. Theodore Simic, just 17 years of age, one of the bright sparks for the future of North Macedonian basketball. It's been developed within the Spanish system. certainly isn't a bad thing. It's created some phenomenal players, the Barcelona junior program. Rizula. Oh, and that's going to be a North Macedonian ball off the hands of Alberto Diaz. Stanic looking to inbound it, but it's kicked out of bounds by Diaz, so it'll be another sideline ball for North Macedonia. 30.8 seconds remaining in this third quarter. And I have a feeling the North Macedonian players may be a little shell-shocked right now. They've been obliterated in this third quarter. They're still going strong now, and there's a big move. Another smart move inside. Let's have a look. Follow strong Simic. And the young 17-year-old coming in and getting it done where some of his teammates couldn't. He's only been on the floor under 9 minutes of the game, but has 6 points to his name. Make that 7. Also 2 rebounds. And he'll now head to the bench, which seems like a strange decision. I suppose saving him for the final quarter. Just 21.4 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Shot clock's turned off. Let's see what Spain can do. How can they finish out this third? They're up by 26. Diaz now to Brazula. Offensive foul is going to be called on Pradilla. Baseline ball for North Macedonia. 6 seconds for them to work with. Medevsky brings it in. 4 seconds now. What can Mekic do? He can put a long 3 up and rattle it home. There's the logo 3, and he gives the fans something to cheer about at the end of the third quarter. Literally a logo 3 closes the third quarter out for North Macedonia. The foot on the World Cup logo rattles it home. And it's been a tough third quarter for North Macedonian fans, but that gives them something to enjoy. At the end of the third quarter, North Macedonia 47, Spain 70, a masterclass of Spanish basketball. Ten minutes left to play here in Skopje. This is the first game of the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 qualifiers. Reigning champion Spain showing why they are such a dominant force on the global basketball stage for Spain. They really are one of the best teams. Play a beautiful brand of basketball, and that has led to a 23-point lead at the end of 3 quarters. Do bear in mind, though, they did lead at one stage in this quarter by 33. So North Macedonia have done a good job to reduce the deficit by 10, but they have left themselves a mountain in the final quarter. Spain have had strong performances from across the board, the likes of Fernandez and Lopez Arostigui, Brizula, Guerrera, Sima. Some great performances so far, and that's their strength. Their strength is in the depth within their roster. As for North Macedonia, they've had phases of play where they've been in the game, they've been competitive, and then there's been other phases where they've let Spain dominate the tempo, dominate where the game's going to be played. And if you let Spain do that, it's only going to end one way, and that's in a victory for Spain. Another reminder before we start the last quarter, remember, you need to get your phones out. One of the best apps to get hold of right now, the World Cup qualifying app, will bring you everything you need. Fourth quarter action underway here in Skopje. After 3, North Macedonia 47, Spain 70, a dominant third quarter. What will this final 10 minutes of action bring us? Oh! Oh, a long shot from Simic. He really has shown up in the last few minutes. He's up to double digits now. Spain's lead dragged back down to 20. Well, in fact, it was classed as a 2. Or was it a 3? Oh, and another score. North Macedonia coming out flying. And they need to, if they want to fight their way back in and try and take the win, they need to absolutely be battling throughout. They trail by 18 now. Guerra dives inside into the corner. Sastry kicks it out. Wide open. 3 is good. Perez from outside silences the crowd here in the arena. Extends Spain's lead out to 21. Settles maybe a few nerves after an electric start to the quarter from Macedonia. North Macedonia, they've gone on a 5-0 start. That quickly is quelled. Stajic now, behind the back. Long 2, gets it away and rattles it home. Maybe the basketball gods are shining down on Skopje right now. Perez. Guerra hands it off, gets it back, and once again, Spain just moved the ball so beautifully. Perez with another 3. It's just an absolute thing of beauty when Spain get into a half-court open offense like that. They space the ball, they space the floor so well, creating passing channels. 3 goes up, no good. Rebound for Sastry. And look how they run the floor. Near perfection as you draw it out on the board. Wide open, Para. No good this time though. That one's going to bounce out of bounds. It'll be North Macedonian ball. They'll make the change. In comes Nikolov and Mekic. Out goes Stajic. And Magdevsky. Nikolov now advances it up over the half, guarded closely by Perez. North Macedonia need to be near perfect in the final 7 minutes and 20 seconds if they're going to come away with the win. This really is a mountain to climb against the quality of Spain. Nikolovsky wide open, puts the 3 up. That one, the iron spits it away. Diaz to Para. Feeds the low post. Guerra. A little bit of isolation. Could go to work. He's going to. Backs his way inside the paint. Goes for the soft left hand, but a little too soft. So that one will be possession to North Macedonia. Para just being asked to tuck his jersey in when he comes back onto the floor. As Diaz gets a well-earned breather on the bench. Nikolov now, a little shake to try and lose Perez. It doesn't work. Mekic tries to lob it inside. That's a great pass. Oh, and the finish just isn't quite there from Maslenko. That is inside. Guerra. I think it's going to be on the floor. Foul is going to be called on Adem Mekic. As the pass inside and the easy score for Para. Another instance of the North Macedonian defense just falling asleep, and that's all it takes, a split second of lapse in concentration, and Spain will make you pay. Nikolov now to Nikolovsky. No options at all. The Spanish defense is holding fast. Shot clock at 4. Mekic, step back 3 is rejected. Out at the races. There's the pass out. And there's the easy two-handed slam. And backboard slap for Greda. Timeout's going to be called by coach Dragan Bajic, as Spain continue to run rampant here in Skopje. After a 5-0 start to the quarter, Spain have gone on a 10-2 run. Let's jump into the North Macedonian huddle, hear what they have to say. A little under 6 minutes remaining here in the game. Although the fans in the stands are enjoying the music, maybe sometimes a little bit more than the North Macedonian performance at the moment, and certainly the scoreline. I'm sure they'll be grateful to be back watching live basketball, and they have seen glimmers of a team that can be competitive at this level, North Macedonia. They've presented themselves at times as well-structured, well-organised, and a strong team. They just need to extend the periods within which they play at that level. If they can extend it out, then they're going to come away with some big wins in this qualification campaign. Nikolov now moves it back to Simic. Simic for 3, nails the 3. The big man is really staking a claim to being one of the superstars for North Macedonia for the future, if not now. Certainly a big guy, 2 meters 10 tall, the 17-year-old. Para inside, doesn't get the score, draws the foul off Simic. Para at the line for 2, hits the first of his 2 free throws. His first trip to the free throw line. Up to 6 points now, along with 2 rebounds, 2 assists and a block. Similar stat line to so many players this evening for Spain. Only one player yet to register points, and that's Juan Sastry. Sastry on the floor right now, so that may change shortly. I'm sure that would be part of the plan for Scariolo, to get every player on the scoreboard. North Macedonia almost lose the ball. It's into the hands of Stoyanovski now. Looking for Simic. Foul's going to be called. That one on Lopez Arostegui. Simic hands it off to Nikolov. Nikolov's got the mismatch he wants now. Tries to use the foot speed advantage. Almost a nice pass inside, but Greda is ready. Bounces off his leg and completes the interception. 25-point lead for Spain. 4.5 minutes remaining in the game. Shot goes up. That one comes up short. Nikolov will bring it back the other way for North Macedonia. Simic open for 3 again. Nails another 3. My goodness, he is staking a claim. How is he not playing every minute for North Macedonia? takes his personal tally to 16 points. Now, he's only been on the floor 12.5 minutes. Guerra kicks it out. Oh, and they lose the handle. Poor work from Brizula. Sorry, from Lopez Arostegui. Nikolov now. Spain's lead down to just 22. What can North Macedonia do? They've got the mismatch inside. The double's got to come. Turnaround jumper. Wow. Theodore Simic lighting it up from everywhere. Be it the low post, be it the perimeter. He can score in so many different ways. What an exciting breakthrough game on the senior stage for him. There's the score, though, for Lopez Arostegui. And that's maybe the one weakness for Simic. Footwork on the defensive end. If he's caught in a mismatch, he may struggle. Stoyanovski heads to the bench for North Macedonia. Nikolov looking for options in front of him, finds Maslenko. Simic now being guarded by Simmer. Hands it off. Uses the screen again. Is the pass going to come back? It's not this time. Spain rotate better that time, but it's created the space for Robev. And that might not be Simic scoring, but Spain had to rotate to help down on him, and that gave Robev the open shot. 19-point lead now for Spain. Is there a unbelievable twist in the tail of this game? Because it truly would be. Wide open from outside, no good. Rebound for Simmer. Doesn't get the score, but will head to the free throw line as Simic clatters Yankuba Simmer in the face. Two minutes 26 remaining. Spain lead by 19. As Coach Bajic continues to tinker, change his formation, change his team. Remember, this isn't just about the game today. They move on to play Ukraine on Monday. And that's part of the rotation as well. Simmer hits the first and the second. Pushes Spain's lead above 20 again, up to 21. Nikolov now. Shot clock down to 7. Shot goes up, rattles in and out. Rebound pulled down by Pradilla. And Spain surely will just slow things down slightly now. Pass to the corner, wide open. Sastry doesn't get the score, but the putback is finished with authority from Simmer. And any neutrals in the crowd wanted Sastry to hit the jumper from the corner. That would have completed every player on the Spanish team on the scorebook this evening. Not to be. Maslenko almost gives it up, hands it off to Simic. Back to Robev now. Robev drives inside amongst the trees, and Simmer pretty much says, nah, not going to happen in here. Hands it out, and then Sastry gets the score in the end. And that is exactly what Spain were looking for. Every player now in the Spanish roster has points on the board. The win looks like it's almost secure here in Skopje. Under 90 seconds to play. Spain lead by 25. The win is secured. Let's jump into the Spanish huddle, hear what Coach Scariolo has to say.
Dentro la banda hacemos green y al pop cambiamos, ¿vale? No al revés. Siguiente ataque. Joan aquí. Fradi aquí. Dani, Yanku y Joel está al lado contrario. Viene, rodéale, Se la ponemos. Pones un pliego fuerte para Yancuba. Si se la puede dar bien, si no vas al tanker y hacemos split aquí. Juega los split o juega del poste abajo. Venga, vamos. Carga, rebota.
Although the result may not have gone the way that some of the fans will have wanted it to go, they have seen some wonderful basketball from a Spanish team, and in times they've seen some great basketball from their team in particular. Theodore Simic has put on a show for them today. The 17-year-old has 18 points, 2 rebounds to his name in 15.5 minutes of action. Watch to see him develop over these qualifiers, that's for sure. Thrown away though, Padilla brings down the rebound for Spain and they'll reset. Perez now. Drops it into the low post to Padilla. Puts a little shoulder fake in and rolls to the basket with the right hand. Spain continue to apply a little bit of pressure now in the closing stages. Nikolov brings it up over the half. Spain's lead at 27 as we enter the final minute of the game. Offensive foul's going to be called. Let's see who that one is on. I think it might be on Adlinko. In fact, no, it's going to be on Simic. That's his 5th foul of the game. That's going to foul him out. But as I say, that really has shown us what he's capable of. If he can stay out of foul trouble, he could have a big impact in these World Cup qualifiers for North Macedonia. Perez now feeds the low post. Padilla hands it off. Oh, and there's the big left hand throwdown from Parra. That one's the exclamation mark at the end of the game on what has been a dominant Spanish performance. Nikolov backs it out, hands it over to Nikolovsky. Foul's going to be called this time on Danny Perez. He shakes his head. Let's have a look. His hand on the hip. So almost instantly the officials can call him for that. Baseline ball though, as that is only the 2nd team foul for Spain in the 4th quarter. Shot goes up. Afamovsky is no good. Into the final 30 seconds of the game now. Spain continue to run their offense though. They don't just want to run the clock down. They want to use every last possession on the floor to work on their game as a team. Sastry to the basket. He's blocked. Good defense in the final possessions from North Macedonia. Nikolov now drives inside, hands it off. That one's into the hands of Nikolovsky. Off target with the 3. And that will be the final play of the game here in Skopje. What a game we've had. What a performance from a dominant Spanish team. Coach Scarioli has his team pick up where they left off in China in 2019. The final score in Skopje, North Macedonia 65, Spain 94. Spain truly showed why they are the highest ranked team in Europe. A dominant performance here in Skopje this evening. Absolutely wonderful team basketball. And when you look at the Spanish huddle in the middle of the court, find me a player that stands out above the rest. I don't think they do. It's a great team performance for North Macedonia. It might be a little bit more back to the drawing board. They were expected by many not to be able to have the firepower to beat Spain this evening. They competed with them at times, but ultimately it was just a barrage. 40 minutes of wonderful basketball from Spain, and it was just too much for North Macedonia to contain. Losing this one by 29. Every single player on the Spanish team as we see the Spanish players go back to the bench, go back to the locker room. 11 of the 12 Spanish players scored in that game. Only Sastry without the score. I thought he picked one up at the end, but the box score says no. So top scorers for Spain was Simmer with 17. He had 7 rebounds as well. Just behind him was Lopez Arostegui with 15 points. Fernandez had 12 points and 3 assists. And then the last player in double digits was Brazula with 10 points. As for North Macedonia, only 2 players in double digits. It was the bigs. It was that man there, Jacob Wiley. His debut for the national team, 10 points, 5 rebounds, an assist to his name. Not a bad first outing. He certainly brought energy to the game. And then it was Theodore Simic, who had 18 points along with 2 rebounds. Did get 5 fouls, though, picked up his 5th foul in the closing stages of that one. But the 17-year-old big certainly showed what the future holds for North Macedonian basketball. He could be a true superstar for years to come. But here we have a dominant Spanish performance. They truly show the depth that they have within their rosters, and this win puts them top of Group G after game day 1. Georgia will be in 2nd place after they picked up a win against Ukraine earlier this evening. Ukraine will be in 3rd, and then North Macedonia will prop the group up in 4th. That's after 1 game. Remember, this is game 1 of 2 within this qualification window. North Macedonia, their attention will now move to a trip to Kiev on Monday to take on Ukraine, while Spain will return back to home soil to welcome Georgia also on Monday. So keep your eyes on those games. 2 more big games here in Group G to come in this qualification window. But what do you say? The world champions, Spain, have really picked up where they left off from their World Cup win in China 3 years ago. How they would love to make it back-to-back gold medals. And the first of what will be 12 qualification games is completed, and a dominant performance from the Spanish team. I'm sure Coach Scariolo will be very happy. The game plan was executed to near perfection, and he was able to get pretty much every player on the floor plenty of minutes to get themselves bedded into this roster as they prepare for what is a relatively long qualification process. The next window after this one is in November, but the final score that we have here in Skopje for you, first game of the qualifiers, North Macedonia 65, Spain 94. That concludes the Group G action here from game day 1. Game day 2 will be on Monday for Group G, as both these teams will be back on the floor. North Macedonia in Kiev, Ukraine, and Spain back in home against Georgia. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you again soon.